호기심에는 연령 제한이 없습니다. Live Curious, 내셔널 지오그래픽 채널.
제 이름은 조디 톰슨입니다. 2004년 몇 건의 무장강도 사건에 대한 범행을 인정했습니다. 전 23살이었고 최소한 10년은 지나야 석방의 가능성이 있다고 했습니다. 열일곱 살 때 처음 소년원에 들어갔고 그 후 6년간 계속해서 범죄를 저질렀습니다. 처음엔 절도였지만 나쁜 친구들과 어울리며 무장 강도까지 서슴지 않았죠. 라스베이거스의 술집에 있는 게임기를 전문적으로 털었습니다. 한 번에 $10,000에서 $100,000는 챙길 수 있는 꽤 수지 맞는 돈벌이였습니다.
Thompson had a very unique style when he pulled these robberies. He was called the gentleman robber. He had a very calm demeanor about himself. And he always apologized to the people that he was robbing.
Calm down right now. Don't put that stuff down. You guys, hands up on top of the table, okay? Come.
강도 행각을 벌이며 누굴 해친 적은 없습니다. 소리를 지르거나 폭력을 쓴 적도 없죠.
Not gonna hurt anybody.
총을 들이대면 모두 순순히 말을 들었기 때문에 다른 건 필요 없었죠.
Not gonna hurt anyone. Guns going away. I'll be right back.
Those bar owners said it was amazing. He could open those machines faster with a pry bar than the people that came in to service the machine using keys.
돈은 모두 유흥비로 날렸습니다. 술을 마시고 파티를 하고 마약을 하고 그러다 또 강도짓을 했죠. 저만의 세상에 빠져 정신없이 살았습니다. 돈이 있어야 인정받을 수 있다는 걸 알았죠. 감옥은 사람을 나약하게 합니다. 모든 걸 포기하게 만드는 곳이죠. 그리고 2005년 그 일이 일어났습니다. 어떻게 보면 사소한 일이었지만 전 참을 수 없었습니다. 전화를 걸려고 줄을 서 있었는데 앞사람이 전화를 끊고 또 전화를 걸기 시작했습니다. 그럴 땐 다시 줄을 서야 한다는 걸 그도 알고 있었을 겁니다. 전 그자를 노려봤습니다. 공공질서가 뭔지 알려주고 싶었죠. 하지만 그럴 가치도 없겠다는 생각이 들었고 전 다른 줄로 옮겼습니다. 눈을 떴는데 그자가 절 쳐다보고 있었죠. 이렇게 몇 년을 살아야 할 텐데 도저히 견딜 수 없었습니다. 그곳을 벗어나야 했습니다. 전 꼭 탈옥해야 했습니다. 다른 길은 없었습니다. 탈옥만이 살 길이었죠.
Prior to 2005, there had not been an escape from Northern Nevada Correctional Center for years and years. An inmate would have to go through 2 barriers of fence line. There are towers, surveillance measures in place, perimeter patrols, and of course we have highly trained correctional officers.
생각을 정리했습니다. 일단은 머릿속으로 교도소 보안을 뚫고 나머지를 연구하기로 했죠. 인내심을 갖고 안전한 기회를 기다리는 동시에 만일에 대한 사태에도 대비하기로 했습니다. 도망쳐야 할 경우를 대비해서 달리기를 연습했죠. 일주일에 최소한 4번은 달리기 연습을 해서 2시간을 내리 달릴 수 있는 정도에 이르렀습니다. 교도소 내 철공실과 가구 공장을 눈여겨봐뒀습니다. 그곳에서 일하면 철사 절단기를 이용해서 울타리를 끊고 나가거나 배달차로 빠져나갈 수 있을 것 같았죠. 그게 제일 좋은 방법이었습니다. 그곳에서 일하는 재소자들과 얘기해봤지만 많은 것을 알아내진 못했습니다. 무언가 다른 방법이 필요했습니다. 원하는 곳에서 일하려면 심사를 받아야 했습니다. 심사위원들은 재소자의 전과를 보고 일할 자격을 판단하는데 17살 때 우유 배달차에 숨어 소년원을 탈출한 적이 있었기 때문에 자신이 없었습니다.
Before a full committee, Thompson was very articulate, very manipulative, very watchful, keen.
I will be on time every day. I will do my job to its fullest. A lot of prisoners want this job.
최선을 다해 심사위원들을 설득했습니다. 복역 기간 동안 많은 일을 해서 더 나은 사람이 되고 싶다고
I
했죠.
want to do my time and I want it to pass as quickly as possible.
And I believe that he came in with a plan in mind and he was going to do whatever he had to do to reach his goal.
There's enough that I deserve it.
해냈습니다. 가구 공장에서 운반 작업을 담당하게 됐죠. 담당 교도관은 제가 곧 승진할 거라고 했지만 그때까지 있을 생각은 없었습니다. 오전 8시 배달차가 교도소에서 만든 가구를 실으러 오면 전 트럭에 가구를 실었습니다. 운전사도 저의 존재에 익숙해졌죠. 운전사가 잠시 자리를 비운다면 트럭 뒤에 숨어 탈 수 있을 것 같았습니다. 위험하긴 하지만 그게 제일 좋은 방법이었죠. 잠겨있는 연장통을 발견했습니다. 그걸 열 수 있다면 그 안에 든 드라이버나 펜치 등을 이용해서 트럭에서 빠져나갈 수 있었습니다. 들키지 않게 조심해서 연장을 시험해봐야 했습니다. 누구라도 눈치채는 날엔 바로 독방행위니까요. 운전사가 문을 닫을 때 트럭을 머릿속으로 그려봤습니다. 화물칸엔 문이 2개였는데 옆문은 밖에서만 열렸고 뒷문도 바깥쪽에서 손잡이를 이용해 여닫았습니다. 화물칸에서 밖으로 나오려면 손잡이 근처에 구멍을 내야겠다고 생각했습니다. 팔을 밖으로 빼서 손잡이를 돌린 후 뒷문을 들어 올리는 거죠. 교도소엔 밀고자들이 많아서 누구에게도 계획을 말하지 않기로 했습니다. 탈옥 후에 이용할 교통수단이나 머물 곳을 알아보기 위해서 제일 필요한 건 휴대전화였습니다. 후환값에 휴대전화를 사겠다고 구내식당에 소문을 내놓고 결과를 기다렸는데 결국 휴대전화를 구한 건 생각지 못한 곳이었습니다. 교도소의 여직원과 장난삼아 연애를 하고 있었는데 그녀가 몰래 휴대전화를 가지고 들어와 준 것이죠. 그녀에 대해선 더 이상 얘기하지 않겠습니다. 저 때문에 이미 많은 고통을 받았으니까요. 밖으로 나가는 트럭을 어떻게 수색하는지 몇 주간 지켜봤습니다. 뒷문은 늘 열려 있었지만 옆문은 열린 적이 거의 없었죠. 그래서 화물칸의 앞쪽에 위치한 옆문 근처에 숨어야겠다고 생각했습니다. 오전 8시 배달차가 도착했고 우리는 가구를 싣기 시작했습니다. 저는 제일 먼저 트럭에 올라탔습니다. 책상부터 싣기 시작했죠. 송장을 보니 도착지는 90분 거리인 러브록이었습니다. 러브록에 도착하기 전에 충분히 트럭을 빠져나갈 수 있겠다고 생각했죠. 공간을 조금 남겨두고 책상을 밀었습니다. 제 몸이 들어갈 정도의 공간은 남겨뒀죠. 오늘이다 싶은 느낌이 왔습니다. 강한 확신이 들었죠. 제 몸이 들어갈 공간을 확보했습니다. 짐을 다 싣자 운전사는 잠시 자리를 떴고 재소자들도 그곳을 나왔습니다. 저는 작업장으로, 다른 재소자들은 사무실로 향했습니다. 저는 청각이 아주 뛰어납니다. 지금이 기회일까? 주위에 아무도 없었기 때문에 바로 트럭으로 달려가고 싶었지만 운전사가 제 소리를 듣거나 절 보는 날엔 모든 게 끝장이었습니다. 누군가 걸어오는 소리에 돌아보니 운전사였습니다. 기회다 싶어서 급히 트럭 쪽으로 다가갔습니다. 뒷문이 완전히 닫힐까 조마조마했지만 보통은 조금 연체로 교도소 문까지 갔습니다. 운전사는 승강장치를 접어 올렸지만 역시 뒷문을 조금 열어두었습니다. 기회는 지금입니다. 모두 절 등지고 걸어가는 가운데 한 명이 마주오고 있었습니다. 감시탑에 있는 교도관이 절 볼 수도 있었습니다. 운전석 문이 열려다 닫히는 소리가 나고 트럭에 시동이 걸렸습니다. 제 쪽으로 걸어오던 재수자는 누군가와 얘기 중이었습니다. 지금이야말로 기회라고 생각했죠. 지금이 아니면 영영 이런 기회는 없을 거라는 생각에 바로 뛰어들었습니다. 두렵기도 하고 기쁘기도 하고 꿈이 아닐까 생각했습니다. 실감이 나지 않았죠.
Pop the hood for me, will you?
늘 하던 대로 뒷문만 열어본다면 아무 문제 없겠지만 혹시 옆문을 열어본다면 모든 게 끝장이었습니다. 경비가 엔진 덮개를 열었습니다.
Looks good. Shut it down.
그리고 곧 닫히는 소리가 났죠. 이쪽으로 다가오는 발소리가 들렸습니다. 혹시 옆문을 열려는 걸까?
Want to open the door for me, please?
옆문을 연 적은 없었는데. 덜거덕거리는 소리가 나더니 문이 열렸습니다. 경비의 얼굴이 보였습니다. 불과 2m 거리였죠. 금방이라도 그가 말할 것 같았습니다. 이리 나와, 톰슨. 제 안에 절규가 들렸습니다. 내가 그를 볼 수 있다면 그도 날 볼 수 있어. 그나마 위안이 되는 건 제가 있는 곳이 어둡다는 것과 담요가 책상을 가리고 있다는 것이었습니다. 경비가 운전사에게 물었습니다.
Were you watching when it was loaded? Oh yeah.
전 숨을 죽였습니다. 마침내 경비가 말했죠.
All right, looks good.
문이 닫혔습니다. 교도소의 문이 열리는 소리가 들렸고 트럭은 문을 빠져나갔습니다. 이럴 수가. 교도소를 나온 겁니다. 방향을 바꾸는 게 느껴졌습니다. 교도소 앞을 지나는 게 분명했죠. 좋아. 이제 도로를 타면 속도를 올리겠지. 그래. 도로로 나왔어. 됐어. 이제 차에서 내리는 일만 남았습니다. 지금 내릴까? 아니면 조금 있다가? (10분) 정도가 지난 후에 책상 밑에서 나왔습니다. 제 앞에 놓인 연장 상자를 열기 시작했죠. 문의 바깥쪽을 상상하며 구멍 뚫을 지점을 짐작했습니다. 겁이 나기 시작했습니다. 운전사가 제 소리를 듣거나 지나가는 차가 절 볼 수도 있었죠. 구멍으로 밖을 내다봤는데 근처에 다른 차는 없었습니다. 소리가 나지 않게 재빨리 문을 열어야 했습니다. 구멍이 좀 작았지만 반드시 문을 열어야 했습니다. 팔을 더 멀리 뻗었습니다. 곧 손잡이가 잡힐 것 같았습니다. 드디어 손잡이가 만져졌습니다. 자유가 느껴졌습니다. 전 교도소에 있지도 않았고 화물칸에 갇혀 있지도 않았죠. 자유를 느꼈습니다. 차가 조금씩 속도를 늦추더니 곧 멈췄습니다. 주유소였죠. 운전사가 걸어가는 걸 확인한 순간 바로 이때라고 생각했습니다. 차가 많은 도로를 벗어나 사막에 숨어 친구에게 전화를 걸기로 했습니다. 상점을 지나야 건너편의 황무지로 갈 수 있었습니다. 가지고 있던 휴대전화를 이용해 친구에게 전화를 걸어 이쪽으로 오라고 했습니다. 어디로 가야 할지 정확히 알고 있었죠.
I got a call from the other supervisor and he said, "Hey Pam, they think that there's an escape." And I'm like, "No way. There's no way."
Jody Thompson broke out of prison.
A bold escape from prison, a major headache for cops.
The driver of the truck got to his final destination in Lovelock, Nevada. They discovered a hole in the back which was not there when it left Northern Nevada Correctional Center.
Make no mistake, he is dangerous. Now, cops want this guy. They want him badly.
I was really mad. I was really, really mad because somebody out there might get hurt looking for this jerk. I made contact with the U.S. Marshal's office. I believed, based upon information found in his cell, he could be going to Mexico. He could be crossing the state lines.
I knew that wasn't true because Las Vegas is the only place for him. There's no other place in the world that has these type of bars 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And so he could pull his robberies at any time. His friends are here, you know, everyone that's going to support him. And the lifestyle that they lead, selling the drugs, robbing the bars, running the prostitutes, there's no other city that he would possibly go to.
이 도시를 다시 보다니 실감이 안 났습니다.
At the time of the Thompson investigation, I was Deputy United States Marshal assigned to the Las Vegas office. I've been doing these types of investigations for a number of years. So the first few days, we kept investigating all his associates. When someone goes on the run, they don't have money, they don't have the place to stay. They're gonna have to go to people that they know and they trust. People who would hide them, people who would give them money, people who would provide them with drugs, a firearm, things that he needed, because all of Thompson's friends and associates were criminals. People that deal in drugs, deal in prostitution, pull armed robberies. And then we knew that eventually he was going to run out of places to hide, and we would have him.
전 술집을 턴 뒤 차를 사서 멕시코로 갈 작정이었습니다.
Guy came in with a helmet, backpack, gloves, which was nothing unusual for me to see because there's a lot of bikers that come in this bar. He goes, well, I'm just here to eat breakfast. And I turned around to grab the menu. When I turned back around, there was the gun.
All right, look, just calm down. Put your hands up.
He had kind of scary eyes. It's something I won't forget. I see those eyes. I will never forget them. And he said,
Don't piss me off, and I won't hurt you, and I won't come back to hurt you. Have a seat right
he made me hold my hands up in the air, come around the bar, and he made me sit down at the table.
Calm down. Okay, who else is here?
And I was pretty good at that point, till I realized that Connie was back there, and Connie had previously had a heart attack. And she was kind of like my second mom.
Do you want me to put the gun away?
At that point, I started crying because if I didn't want anything to happen to her in front of me. You know, that would have just devastated me.
Gun away right now, okay? Okay, it's gonna be okay.
She came out of the bathroom.
Money and the...
He turned around and he looked at us and he said he didn't like doing this. He just had to. He knew exactly what to do. He broke open every machine we had and took the money out. It was amazing. It was simply amazing.
The call came saying that Thompson had robbed the Blue Diamond. We looked at the videotape, and indeed it was Jody Thompson. It almost gives you a sense of panic when you see someone doing an armed robbery, when you see someone with a gun pointing it at someone else, and you know what can happen. It fills you with a sense of dread. But we developed information that led us to a house in northwest Las Vegas, street Velvet Rose, that we believe that Thompson was staying in with a woman by the name of Jillian.
Baby, what's all of this?
Grab some plates. And then we're gonna
전 진리언의 차를 얻어 타고 가서 차를 훔칠 계획이었습니다.
go, okay? Just sort into little piles.
수중에 $10,000가 조금 넘는 돈이 있었기에 충분히 떠날 수 있죠.
The plan was we'd keep the house under surveillance until we got the search warrant, and we would seal it off until SWAT got there and actually go in after Thompson. We were hopeful that Thompson was in the residence. We didn't have any conclusive proof.
Hello?
We developed solid information that Thompson was in the house.
Yeah, he's in there.
전화가 끊겼습니다. 불길한 예감이 들었죠.
I'm not kidding.
제 직감상 경찰이 분명했습니다.
And the garage door opens and a SUV comes out, and it's occupied by a female, and she's by herself. And we're assuming that this is the woman, Jillian. At that point, I thought that this was a good break in the investigation, because now I believe that Thompson was in that house by himself, and we didn't have to worry about a hostage situation. SWAT could go straight in the house without worrying about harm to bystanders. I followed in my vehicle and called for Las Vegas Metro to send marked units. As I was pulling around the vehicle, Thompson popped up between the seats, and he pushed Jillian out onto the street and got behind the wheel and took off.
미친 듯이 달렸습니다. 살아남아야 한다는 생각뿐이었죠.
When we came to the intersection and the light was red, a rather large pickup truck was coming through the intersection. I saw it coming. I actually cringed. I knew it was going to happen.
충돌의 충격 속에서 어떻게든 의식을 잃지 않으려고 안간힘을 썼습니다. 전 연장과 돈이 든 배낭을 쥐고 달렸습니다.
When I pulled around, Thompson was just getting out of the vehicle. I drew my weapon and ordered him to stop. When you point a gun at someone, it's a frightful thing. Sometimes their eyes cross, looking at the barrel of your gun. Sometimes they twitch. They have many different things, and it's usually associated with fear. And Thompson looked at me and didn't exhibit any of those things. He didn't blink an eye. I had to make the decision whether I was going to shoot him. If Thompson would have pointed a gun at me, I possibly would have shot at him. Figured we'd set up the perimeter. We would get him at that time. I had set up hundreds of perimeters in my law enforcement career. I had never had someone escape from a perimeter that I had set up. And I was extremely confident that we had Thompson.
Yes, give me 3 if you can. I want 3 cruisers at Oxford and Adelaide now. I need as many as we can.
사방에서 사이렌 소리가 울렸습니다. 숨을 곳을 찾아야 했죠. 살아남아야 한다는 욕구가 저를 지배했습니다. 전 자신에 대한 통제력을 잃고 본능이 이끄는 대로 움직였습니다. 자포자기한 채 교도소로 돌아갈 생각은 전혀 없었습니다. 결과는 생각하지 않고 오직 자유에만 초점을 맞췄죠. 경찰이 날 원한다면 직접 붙잡아야 했습니다. 경찰은 이미 주변에 방어선을 친 듯했죠.
Don't move! Where are your car keys? Put the phone down! Hang the phone up now! Hang the phone up now!
911에 전화를 했으니 문제가 심각했습니다. 상황을 종합해서 사태를 파악하는 건 시간 문제였죠.
Where are your car keys?
The keys are behind you.
Where's the car?
It's in the garage. The door's down the hall. Just take the car and go.
911의 확인 전화. 어떻게 해야 할지 막막했죠.
Hello, this is Metro 911. What's going on there?
We just had a domestic.
Tell your wife to shut up!
순간 울컥했고 절망감을 느꼈습니다. 하지만 이내 마음을 고쳐먹었죠.
Take me to the garage.
그들의 차에 탄 뒤 내가 나가면 차고 문을 닫으라고 했습니다. 경찰이 길을 봉쇄하고 있었습니다. 침착하자고 되뇌었습니다. 경찰은 제가 차를 구한 걸 아직 모르고 있었습니다. 가장 두려운 건 경찰이 절 알아보고 총을 쏘는 상황이었죠. 한 경관이 절 똑바로 쳐다봤습니다. 하지만 고맙게도 그냥 지나가라고 손짓했죠. 제가 뒷마당 같은 곳에 숨어 있을 거라고 여긴 겁니다. 뒤늦게 후회해봤자 이미 늦었죠.
Metro officers came over and, told us about what Thompson had done, that he was gone. Physically sick to your stomach. I mean, you feel physically ill when something like that happens. All you can do is blame yourself that you did the wrong thing. You take it hard and you take it personal.
라스베이거스를 뜰 수도 있었지만 그대로 눌러앉은 건 패트리샤 때문이었죠. 그때 처음 만난 사이지만 우린 서로 죽이 잘 맞았습니다.
Well, he told me his name was James when I met him. And he told me that's what people call him. But his real name was Chase Erickson. He was just so sexy. He really was like a very attractive man. So we just hit it off right away.
전 레이더에서 사라졌습니다. 강도 행각을 멈추고 사람들과도 연락을 끊었죠.
He didn't really want me to watch the news at all. That's what was suspicious. Like he would watch the news, and as soon as I came in the room, he would change the channel. So I always thought he was like watching porn or something, but it was just the news.
뉴스마다 제 얼굴이 도배돼 있어서 위험을 무릅쓸 수밖에 없었습니다.
Now, if you have any information, you are urged to call police. Today, they upped the reward for his arrest from $1,000 to $6,000.
We weren't generating any good leads, and this went on for a while, weeks, and we had to take a new approach, and we reached out to America's Most Wanted to profile the case. As soon as the episode airs, the calls start coming in.
Brent.
When we got the tip that led to Thompson, I knew that this caller knew where Thompson was at that precise moment and told him how important I thought it was that we meet in person. Well, the excitement level when someone's telling you good information, you get very excited because all these months, I was saying I just need one good break. I just need one good tip to fall, and I'll have them. That's when you realize, this is it. This is the tip that you've been waiting for months and months. Don't mess it up. I was confident that this caller knew just what they were talking about, that Thompson was at that location at that moment. I have a Marshal Service radio and a Metro Police radio, so I'm listening to all the communications going between the robbery units and the SWAT units. The excitement level's getting up. We were confident that he wasn't getting out of this perimeter. We learned our lesson from the last time. The plan was to get him in that residence, if possible. If not, get him and contain him within that perimeter.
장을 보러 나갔던 패트리샤가 전화를 했습니다.
Yeah, hello?
경찰차 석 대 둘러싸였다고 했죠. 창밖을 내다봤습니다. 그 집을 빠져나가는 수밖에 없었죠. 전 아무 일도 없는 것처럼 건물 옆으로 걸어간 뒤 달리기 시작했습니다.
And it was called out on the radio by one of the robbery detectives that had line of sight that Thompson came out of the residence and took off. It appeared that he was fleeing, that he was running. To say I was agitated may be a little of an understatement. I've been working on this case for months.
What?
I probably wasn't pleasant to be standing next to. His particular ability to evade us was starting to get working on my last good nerve.
Right away.
전 어느 집 마당으로 뛰어내렸습니다. 차들이 급히 오가는 소리가 이어졌죠. 노인이 집에서 나오더니 마당 구석으로 걸어갔습니다.
Okay, don't move, okay? I'm not gonna hurt anybody. You stay right there, okay? You sit down, okay? Everything's gonna be okay. Okay, come. You're sitting right there. Sit down right now. You keep your hands up on the table, okay?
잠시 숨을 곳이 필요할 뿐이라고 말했죠. 집 앞 거리를 오가는 경찰들이 보였습니다. 헬기 소리도 들렸죠.
When you have the helicopters up, when you have the canines out, when you have SWAT there, it doesn't leave them a lot of options. If you corner a rat, does he fight? Most of the time. So you have to take in that possibility that he's going to fight, that he's not going to be taken alive.
노크 소리가 들렸습니다.
Okay, you go to the door. Okay, you tell him that you're sleeping.
노인에게 나가서 자고 있었다고 말하라고 했죠.
Your wife.
난 착한 사람이라고 부인을 해치지 않을 거라고도 말했습니다.
Are you okay? Okay. Please just don't leave me, okay?
부인에게는 편안히 누워 있으라고 했죠. 전 벽장 안에 숨었습니다. 그렇게 숨어서 노인들이 입을 다물고 경찰이 그냥 지나가길 바라는 수밖에 없었죠. 그 상황에선 달리 방법이 없었습니다. 부인이 몸을 일으켰습니다. 문 앞에 가기 전에 붙잡을 수도 있었지만 그러지 않았습니다. 다 끝났으니까요.
I remember listening to the SWAT radio when the couple came out of their house. The owners of the house said, the guy you're looking for is in there. At that moment, as soon as I heard that, I knew it was over. It was just how it was going to be over. But I knew it was over. There was no possibility that he could escape. No one was getting through a SWAT perimeter.
전 바닥을 기어서 부엌으로 간 뒤 몰래 창밖을 내다봤습니다. 빠져나갈 방법이 있을지 생각해봤지만 더 이상은 불가능했습니다. 섣부르게 움직였다간 죽음만 자초할 뿐이었죠. 전 죽고 싶지 않았습니다. 어떻게든 살아남아야 또 탈옥을 시도할 수도 있었죠. 경찰이 흥분해서 사격 개시를 외치면 모든 게 끝장이었습니다. 저들이 안으로 쳐들어온다면 전 죽은 목숨이었죠.
And Thompson surprised me yet again. I mean, yet again. I just could have never guessed what he was going to do inside that house.
머릿속에 벌집이 된 제 몸이 떠올랐습니다. 경찰이 집 안으로 들이닥치면 절 죽일 게 분명했습니다.
He actually called 911 on the house phone and left the line open, which means everything that goes on in the house is being recorded on this open line. So if the SWAT comes in there and he says, I surrender, they're being recorded, and the SWAT team knows they're being recorded.
Can you please tell the cops that I'm laying down, I'm head first in the kitchen, hands on my head.
You're laying down head first in the kitchen?
My name's Jody Thompson. They know where I'm at.
What address are you at?
I don't know. They just.
You're laying down head first on the kitchen.
As soon as I get off the phone with you, I'm gonna lay down in the living room or wherever they want me to lay down. I'll come out the front door, whatever.
Okay, sir, I don't show an officer at this address. What's going on out there?
They're looking for me like they got 2 helicopters out, every cop in Vegas.
And what address are you calling from?
Whatever one this one is.
And why are they looking for you, Mr. Thompson?
I was just on America's Most Wanted.
For what?
I escaped from prison.
He wanted to live through this capture, so he done something to protect himself to make sure he survived.
Can you tell? They're ready to kick the door in, and I do not want to get killed.
Hold on 1 second.
I'm on the ground. I'm on the ground.
It surprised me again how he could calmly think of that. How did he come up with dialing 911 and laying the phone down? Amazing.
You got someone in handcuffs.
His ability to think so quickly on his feet, his calmness during every scenario, his ability to think things out and remain calm. I'd never encountered that before. But it's one against many. We're gonna prevail. We're gonna catch you. We're gonna track you down. We're not gonna stop looking. We have all the resources in the world at our disposal. We can't run forever. And he knew that. And he knew eventually he was gonna get captured, and he did.
I fell in love with Jody, and I still have love for Jody because, for that time that we spent together, he was very respectful to me.
Jody Thompson told Patricia he loved her, and she responded, causing the bailiff to escort her and her friend out of the courtroom.
No matter what I hear from the media or anybody else, my feelings won't change towards him.
Mr. Thompson is a flight risk, he is a threat to our society, and he's going to be held without bail.
슬픔과 두려움, 안도감이 한꺼번에 밀려왔습니다. 또 감금당하게 됐지만 고난이 끝났다는 안도감이 들었죠. 희망도 버리지 않았습니다. 또 탈옥할 수도 있죠. 전 아직 포기하지 않았습니다.
Seven murderers, rapists, and robbers. They've been on the run since busting out of a maximum security prison.
I decided that I was going to escape or die trying. What else do I have to lose?
They killed a police officer in a very brutal fashion.
It was all or nothing at that point forward.
Look at the board!
If they cornered us in Texas,
You can run, but you cannot.
there's no turning back.